So Ray Albarez is a artist that I met. Let's see, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, something like that.
About 2 weeks ago, and it was what was the name of that show?
It was Ground Waves. Pain Free.
Yeah, Pain Free. That's my friend Michael and Mercedes that I met at some other. I'd been seen a few of their art shows and stuff like that. They're starting to do their own thing, and so this was their first show that they put on. And it actually was a very good, setup and how they had everything and, a bunch of different kinds of artists and everything. So, of course, I was there and networking my little hiney off and met Ray and really, really liked his work. And so I am very thrilled that he said that he would agree to come on to the show. To view his work, you go to rayalbarez.com.
Yeah, rayalbarez.com, or you can go to the blog spot. It's just arttakeover.blogspot.com. I believe that's how it goes. Twitter, DeviantArt, all of that stuff. So, and then the myspace.com/arttakeover as well. So
Art Takeover. Now, is that a group that you're with, or is that a group you started, or what?
Yeah, well, it's a 2-man group basically. It's me and another artist named Hatsiel Flores, and he's amazing as well. We basically Art Takeover is just going out there doing galleries, getting shows. Kind of like by any means necessary, and kind of doing it so that because we love it, and we have to go do it. So,
how long have you been doing this with him?
It's been about like 3 years, I think, something like that. But I mean, I've been painting since I was little, but I've been taking it seriously for about 3 years now.
Okay. Now, so that's just it's still quote unquote like a hobby for you, or how are you viewing this? Is this something that you're trying to take?
No, definitely. That's the whole Art Takeover thing behind it. Is we definitely want to do this, for the rest of our lives, or at least I do.
Right.
And we've of course, everyone has a little day job that they have, and I've been fortunate enough to have a good job where I can paint when I want. If I get stressed at work, I can just go to my little studio at work. I can make my own frames, make my own canvases, and just paint.
What is it that you do?
I reverse engineer wind blades.
Okay.
So it sounds complicated, but it isn't.
Yeah, right. Don't you love those job titles? Just leave it at that.
Yeah, we'll just leave it at that. I'm a reverse engineer. That's what I do.
It sounds difficult. You can't do it.
Exactly.
I'm smarter than you.
No,
I know. Well, that's cool. So you have a little studio set up, like at work and stuff?
Yes, I do. It's half of my office is, of course, work-wise, and then the other half is my painting studio. And I have a real good boss, and he lets me actually put up work in the office, so people come in, visitors, customers.
That is so cool.
I've actually sold a painting to a customer as well, which is great.
There you go. Now that's what I'm talking about, taking those two worlds and blending them together.
Yes,
if only that could be that way in all aspects of a career. Just take. There's no need to separate the two between
it's all life. Work is life,
exactly.
And it's just living. That's all.
Yeah, for real. That's what we need. That's exactly what we need is bigger offices so we can separate them too.
It's not bad.
Not bad at all. Well, very fun. So with this whole Art Takeover thing now, are you wanting to reach out to new artists, or are you?
I kind of thought about that, but then again, it's hard to get more than 2 people together and make up their minds, and it's hard to collaborate with a lot of different artists. And I mean, you'll probably hear from galleries as well. It's hard to get like a group show because people cancel on you or they don't come through or something like that. And it's not that artists don't come through, but it's just a lot of things going on that make it hard. So that's why we kind of keep it small and just keep doing what we're doing. But we do have a lot of friends, and we do collaborate with a lot of people, and that's never an issue.
Yeah.
So
y'all two just do your own thing and then go out and try to get into as many galleries and stuff as you can. Exactly. And how successful has it been since you started it?
It's been fairly successful. We're still doing it. I'm still painting, so it's always good, I remember my first show, I was I actually missed it, and it was over at F6 Gallery. And
you're talking about how fake all these artists are. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, I mean, artists are like that, I guess. They're kind of they're at the moment.
They definitely are.
The stars have to align for something to happen. But I mean, it's not bad. It's true for everyone. But I was there. I was late and everything, so I went up there and I actually took the paintings in the trunk of the car, and I was like, I talked to the gallery owner. I was like, hey, I got something in the trunk. If you like it, put it up. If not, it's okay. And 10 minutes later, I was in the show, and
Wow.
It never stopped. So
very cool. Very cool. Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed your work. I think that they were amazing pieces. And now you didn't start in oil. I'm guessing you started with what?
Crayons.
Very true. True. So what did you? How did your escalation process go? How did you went from what to what?
Well, of course, when I was little, of course, drawing all the time, pencil and all that stuff. Then I got seriously into graffiti in high school. I was about 16 or so, and painting trains, painting walls, everything I could. After that, took a little break, graduated, started partying and everything, and met up with my homeboy Hot Ciel, and then next thing you know, we're just, doing acrylic, doing oil, mainly oil now. That's kind of the progression of it. So we kind of took the graffiti standpoint or the foundation, and kind of took that into fine art, if you want to call it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, a lot of the artists that I've talked to, it may just be that these are the artists that I'm running into right now, but a lot of them have started off in the graffiti world and stuff like that, and a few other artists that was at the show that I met you at. It was the same thing. Like their whole pieces were with spray paint and all that stuff. And actually, after that show, I was obviously really inspired to do something, because that's what I love about going to art shows, is that you get this thorough inspiration all throughout, and you just want to go home and paint. And so I had this one piece that I'm doing for a friend of mine that was it was going to be like a drip painting that was just using interior paint, but then I was like looking through my dad's garage and trying to get all different kind of things to do different textures and stuff, and I ran across a couple things spray paint. I'm like, I think I could try it. I think I could try it, because so it definitely won't be anything like graffiti look, but it'll still be spray paint, and I can play around with it and try to make it into something cool. But that's one thing that I don't know if I could ever be good at, because
everyone starts at one point. Everyone starts at one point. Everyone's a child at something. No, but it's good. It's good. I think the newer generation, I guess, of artists are, with hip hop and everything, it's getting bigger and more international, I guess, and a lot of people have been doing graffiti.
It really,
So a lot of people start off that way.
Yeah, and I just can't. Even some friends of mine, like my friend Jenna, who I met a few years ago. She actually I'm trying to tell her to come on the next week's show, because she's really talented too, and she does all kinds of stuff. But she's like, I'm just a giggle box. I'm not gonna, so I'm trying to convince her. But even her, like I was looking through her book of stuff that she's done, and she did just the writing and just everything. It's just beyond me. I'm like, okay, well, I can try, but it's gonna look like chicken scratch for sure. But it's one of those. But I'm sure it would be different if I had a can of spray paint in a building. I could probably, at least try to make something cool out of it. But
yes. It's just to put your name up. Get some black letters. You'll start off with the black letters, the blockbusters.
Yeah, exactly. That's how it goes. So now, tell me what your inspiration is behind most of your pieces.
It changes. It always changes. Of course, it's everything I go through in my life, and of course, music is a huge thing, rap, hip hop, whatever you want to call it. That is always huge. And of course, I listen to the lyrics, and there's been a couple paintings where actually the lyrics of the song that I listen to are the title of the painting.
Okay.
And
for instance, like
there was one, it's American Dreamin'. It's actually a Jay-Z song. It was off of his Kingdom Come album, something like that.
Okay.
And but that's kind of what it's about. It's kind of like I guess being Mexican American, you kind of you're dreaming for that American dream, and that was the title of the painting. So, but a lot of stuff, and there was another one called Nothing Wrong with My Aim. You just got to change the target. That one is really about like you have to. Well, for me at least, it was any kind of feelings that you have, you can't point it towards someone. You have to point it at the right direction. You gotta take that. Those feelings and project those in a positive way. And for me, it was painting. It's kind of like a self-meditation as well.
Yeah, exactly.